Yes. I've not listened to it, but he's got a Reddit, and they were saying he perhaps should have sort of read the entire thing before doing the podcast. What am I doing? I think I want to put HP ups on everyone. HP ups even. Might be too late though. I haven't had time on him twice as well. Or did I use time?
Fate is not to be taken lightly.
Shut up! All good. I won't give up.
Have we forgotten already?
Won't last long.
The planet will blame you.
I don't know what that move is, but I don't like it.
Is that it? This is game over, huh?
And of course, none of my MPs swapped. Like, none of my materia swapping has been kept. Because I don't know why the game makes that decision. It's really annoying. But thanks, like, I like the idea. I can change my MP, but like, keep it to the one I changed it to. Because now we have to do this every time. We just doesn't need 2 times. I don't know why he had 2 times anyway. I need barrier either. Oh, he does need the chakra. I'm gonna get angry with it every single time because it's just a really bad decision. I mean, we could put it on Tifa, to be honest. No, because he's got all the MP. All the MP. He's got some MP. I just want to tell the game to, like, yeah, cool, keep this if I die. Everyone's having fun watching me do this every time. Well, I don't care. Do care.
Fate is not to be taken lightly. Come, Cloud.
All good. Whatever. Gotta be careful.
Forgotten already?
I won't give up. Right.
The planet will claim me.
Come on. You're done.
Do I frighten you?
I hate that move. Don't know how to stop that.
Now you're in for it. Ain't dead yet. Let's try that again. Ain't dead yet.
How does no MP, but we're doing slightly better?
Need some help?
Don't know about me.
So his stack bar will be 0 now because of this fucking game.
Good to go.
I really enjoy this game, but
You know
that's
it.
why some of the little annoyances get to me so much. Because it's just like, oh, it'd be so much more fun if it didn't make infuriating choices.
On you.
All set.
You go.
Don't overdo it.
Let me handle
All
it.
good. That it. Not looking good.
Thank you, game.
You're up.
Great.
Oh, he's got place on.
Away.
It's on you.
I got you.
Fight through it. Pushing it.
All set. It's on you.
Great.
I can still fight. Kept you waiting? Mind taking over?
Taking over. Take the lead.
We'll get through this. Take the lead?
Let's do this. Keep it together.
I can still fight.
Fight through it.
There.
All right, lead. Need a breather.
Don't give up.
Fucking hell, fall back from that. In wing have
Barrett!
Ain't you two
I
having
thought I'd have to grin and bear it.
Let's go.
I'm counting on you.
You're up.
Hang back.
Don't give up.
It's on you.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All set. Good luck.
I got it.
All right, watch and learn.
I won't give up. Need help?
Bring it home.
I got this.
Let's do this. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll do it. You got this.
All set. Damn it! It's on you.
Hang back. Deal with that.
All right, watch and learn.
I got this. Stay strong.
My turn. Take the lead.
Guess it's my turn.
All set.
This is the bit I got stuck on before.
Taking over.
I got this.
This ain't nothing.
I got this. Don't overdo it.
Watch and learn.
Watch yourself.
Great.
No need to panic.
Yeah, I'll do it. Give 'em hell.
All set.
About damn time.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I got it.
Took me ages to get that summon in. Yeah, I wish. Wish that came in a little bit earlier. Barrett's maximum in fury, nothing! Because the game says fuck you!
Beg for forgiveness.
Literally, like... I don't really know what to do right now. Just feel bad.
heal you well.
You okay?
Didn't realise he. Oh, I just can't get Tifa back.
Pray for me.
I think I'm fucked. I don't know why I didn't hit Cloud then, that was really foolish.
Let me heal you well. I've been waiting.
Well, good luck. Haha!
We get it.
Barrett did it! Barrett did it by himself!
Time you show.
Fuck.
We can do this. We can. We can change it. Make it right.
Aerith, everyone's dead. Roll. She punch. He slice and he shoot. I think I could have afforded to be a little bit more aggressive in that final round. Fucking hell, I got through it! One more phase. What's a wormhole? Why are we going through a wormhole? Oh yes, I know where this is.
Careful now. That which lies ahead does not yet exist. Our world will become a part of it one day, but I will not end.
Fuck you talking
Nor will
about?
I have you end.
This is...
The edge of creation.
The Edge Lord of Creation.
Cloud, lend me your strength. Let us defy destiny.
Dude, it was Barrett who killed you. Well, nobody killed you, obviously, but...
Never.
Omnisnash? Game says I've got a better plan.
Not yet. Seven seconds till the end. Time enough for you, perhaps. But what will you do with it? Let's see.
Okay, I wrote 7 seconds from the end till the end. It still means fucking nothing. I'm sure they'll explain it.
Mr. Vice President.
Mr. President. That's right.
It's a secret weapon, Palmer. He's gonna give him a Mako cannon. A little mini one. So, go away. Oh yeah, Hojo's fucked off, isn't he? Oh, he's about to fuck off. I mean, you knew about this. You saw it on the cameras. Oh, he's having one of those laughs. He's having a grand old time. Look at him. That's the wrong. Why is it a terrier? Which means the change isn't here. It's way back. It's when they designed their corporate logo, at least before then. Oh, he's got a mullet.
Hey, Cloud. You see that?
Oh, hello, Phoenix. I just beat this game on hard. Here's a spoiler man. Don't worry about the spoiler man. Thank you. I've still got to do the secret bosses and the DLC on hard. But I've got, what, like 5 weeks till the sequel comes out? How have you been? How's my volume as well? Because I was too quiet earlier. Snow?
Here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sometimes doing your best is all you can do. The dog! Yeah! People complained. Oh, I don't know which continuity this is. That like they softened. So in the original game, they drop. So the city's on a big plate, so the slums are underneath the plate, and they drop one slice, pizza slice. And in this version of the game, because it's a remake, a bunch of people survive. There's an evacuation, and people were like, "Oh, that sort of takes thousands of people still die." It's just that not all of them die this time, because it would have been kind of bleak had like everyone. Although, so this guy in the original game was dead. Is Marlene? She's sort of the soul
Marlene.
of Final Fantasy. In the original game, she has sausage hair because 1997 hair technology wasn't great, so it was just like 9 sausages.
Marlene!
So Barrett's doing it for Marlene. Marlene's
I'll
dead.
come back.
He has to leave her behind because he's gonna have to save the world first. We've got a cat as well.
So, what now?
He's a talking cat. Although he is in this, he's a 40-year-old. They use elf logic on him. It's one of my pet peeves, which is he's 40, but cats
How long is
live
he still
for
out?
like hundreds of years. So he's actually a teenager, and it's like, no, he's lived for 40 years. He's not a
I
teenager.
thought you beat him.
That's not how that works.
We can. We will.
Apparently,
Count me in.
in the
If it's
they've already revealed
you could use a nose like
after his
mine.
arc, his personality will change and all his dialogue changes depending on when you do his arc in the next game.
I'm
Because he's
into it.
putting on a front. He's
Bastard wants to destroy the whole planet, doesn't he?
he's pretending
An
to
enemy
be
of
like
Earth
more
is an enemy of
kind
Avalanche.
of wizened than he actually is, which is because that's what Cloud's doing as well. But yeah, talking cat. We found him in a lab. We also brought along a local florist. That's an actual line from a game when somebody goes, "Who are you?" and the cat goes, "Lab rat cat." Barrett's like, "Avalanche," and she's like, she says, "Local florist." I can't explain what's going on here because it's massive spoilers.
Almost there, Cloud. We're almost there.
Just in case anyone, just to say that like this game was weird. So those two swords, those are the same sword.
I miss it.
Ooh.
The steel sky.
I would be lost, drifting along.
The unknown journey will continue in about 5 weeks.
Time after time.
I will say I did play Crisis. I knew the story of Crisis Core already, and I like Dirge of Cerberus' story more than Crisis Core. Dirge of Cerberus is a rubbish game, and it does introduce Nero the Sable, who's rubbish, and in the DLC they just make him not talk, which is great because all of Nero's dialogue is cringe. But the thing about Dirge of Cerberus is one, it makes things up. It makes new lore, which is rubbish, but it uses chaos, which is a recurring theme in all the games. And Chaos is using the sort of same logic as Genova, but like backwards. I kind of like that they tried things. Crisis Core says, "Hey, do you remember all those classic scenes from Final Fantasy VII? Well, if you just pan the camera just a little bit to the right, there would have been a guy called Genesis there, and he's super important. He was there all along. You're gonna love Genesis. He looks like Japanese pop star." And you know all your favorite things about Final Fantasy VII. Well, it turns out Zach was like, you should name that, and here you should do this, and don't you love that Zach invented all the things? It's like, no, why has nobody learned any lessons from fucking Star Wars Episode 1? Don't do that. Nobody gives a fuck where things came from. And like, it's a disservice. And people love Zach, but like, I just don't like that they were like, he did it. Anyway, I don't want to spoil too much about that. It's a prequel. Apparently, like, between this time period and this time period, incredibly important events occurred that nobody will ever mention. They might in this, but they didn't in the original game. I like the final scene to Crisis Core. I like Cloud and Crisis Core. To the point where, like, every time Cloud turned up, I was like, "Yay, Cloud's here!" And it also does this thing where when Zach's supposed to be 16, but he's also like, it's anime 16, so I just, in my brain they're like 20 or something, because no, he's not. It's like six foot tall. Well, obviously 6. It's just, everyone's too young in these games, which wasn't a problem for this one because everyone's in their 20s. But for a prequel, anyway, here's the cast. I don't know any of these people. Apart from Gideon Emery, he is in Final Fantasy 12 as dude, I've forgotten his name, exit stage left, and he's in Final Fantasy 14. Matt Jones, I think, was in Breaking Bad. Erica Limbeck is in loads of things. John DiMaggio is Awaka and Bending Rodriguez. And it's going too fast for me to get anyone else. This song is from Crisis Core, but it's probably the best part of Crisis Core. It's a good song. This is so. One of the complaints about this game, because Final Fantasy 16 does not have this, is it has all the anime noises. They go and of course classic. They don't do that, but like they do a little bit of that. I love that anime Win-Win have to say no like that. What the fuck's Moggy? So I'll be returning immediately because it is day 65 of my day 65 game, spoiler warning, with not spoiler, is going to be World of Final Fantasy, which has little chibi characters of all the Final Fantasy characters. It's a little celebration of all the games. I've played it before, I never finished it, but of course, I have this mission, don't I? I've got this ambition. I've got this ambition. Completing all the Final Fantasy games. Even the weird side games that probably don't count, apart from like the 11th one, or possibly Crystal Chronicles, but I saw some of these games being impossible heading to stream. I'll see how I feel about those particular games when I get to them, I guess. We might have a little look at one more battle before I end this stream, though. And also, I'm going to skip this, but I have watched the credits before. Oh, hang on. Also, I should say, because we're on the credit screen, of course, I played this on the Twitch slash Johnstruct, and I put it on the YouTube /C/Johnstruct. Oh, look, here's the scenes. They're going to catch, they stepped on the flowers, they're going to catch holy hell for that. And of course, thank you always for watching. We'll take this away, we'll keep this on. Here's all the things that happen in the game. Now I can explain. They do a terrorism. There's a bloody spider tank. It's a scorpion. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 5, and Final Fantasy 4 all start with a boss that changes its animation, and when you fight it during its animation, it hits back. So in the original game, it says attack while the tail's up and it will retaliate. But oh look, they did an explosion. And then they're like, good job, the terrorism guys. And then Sephiroth turns up, and he didn't turn up at that point in the story. What are you talking about? But like, this is a remake, and we can introduce him far earlier because he's like a famous figure like Darth Vader now. But like, there's a flower girl, and she's just like, oh, somebody did a terrorism. Do you want a flower? And he's like, yeah, sure. It's sort of, what are these fucking ghosts? Ghosts weren't in the game originally either, but we fight some soldiers and we jump on a train, and Barrett and his crew's like, oh, I hope Cloud didn't die, and Cloud's like, oh, I didn't die, I'm actually super cool. And then Cloud goes back to, he goes, oh, hello Tifa, my childhood friend who got me into terrorism, here's a flower. And Barrett's like, oh, hello, I've got a child. Don't be a typical child, be spooky Cloud. And Cloud's like, okay, but like, oh, there's a weird guy who lives next to me and he looks like Sephiroth. And it's like, no, he doesn't really look like Sephiroth, he looks like a guy in a robe. And then they meet Johnny, and Johnny, everyone thinks Johnny might know about terrorism, but he doesn't really know about terrorism. So they just sort of scare him off. Egg and chips! Anyway, they don't want him in their crew because he's a bit of a dickhead, but like, the ghosts don't want to change the continuity from the original game. Anyway, the big Wedge and Jesse, they're all terrorists. They're like, okay, we want to hang out with Cloud, so now we are going to we're gonna go meet our parents. And Jesse is like vaguely flirty in the first game, and that got translated into being absurdly horny in this one. Anyway, her dad's dying and they steal a passport, and then Cloud remembers, oh yeah, I've got to be cool because I promised Tifa years ago our children I'd be a hero and stuff. And anyway, Cloud meets a guy on a bike, he's a soldier, and Cloud's an ex-soldier, by the way. That means something. Capital S, capital O, capital L, capital D, capital I, capital E, capital R. It means they're like super soldiers. Anyway, he likes bikes and likes Cloud because reasons. Everyone's vaguely flirty in this game, to be honest. They get that Wedge is really into cats. Remember that super important detail. They do the mission, they come back, but they're going to leave Cloud behind. But then ghosts attack because the ghosts sort of represent the fans of the original game, and they don't really want anything changed. So every time something deviates from the plot, the ghosts turn up and they're like, oh, don't do that. So which means Jessie can't go on the mission, she hurts her leg, which means Cloud have to go on the mission like they originally happened. Then they meet the middle manager, who's just like a vaguely side character, and suddenly gets loads of lines in this version of the game because he's like, I don't like terrorism because I work for middle management. And then they have to jump out the train early because scanners, and more flirting goes on. And then Heidegger's like, I will shoot him with a crab tank, and the crab tank says, I'm gonna have the best music in the game because it's basically based on the original music, but it does cool stuff with it, which is all the music, but this one works best. And then Tifa remembers, oh shit, I hate Shinra because the bastards and stuff, because the all their generators are just sucking soul energy from the ground, and it means everyone will eventually die. And it kind of, it's a vaguely an environmental theme, which is kind of basically all of Final Fantasy VII. So yeah, they fight some robots. Yes, there's so much. Anyway, they fight a big robot, and Cloud falls down, and he happens to fall into a church in the flowers, and it's the only place in Midgar they grow, and she's like, hey, you've got like shiny eyes, and Cloud's like, yeah, those are Maker eyes. They dip everyone in soldier in soldier juice, in Mako energy, and Reno's like, oh, I'm fucking thinking, that's it, sort of suspicious, but they can't really fight because the ghosts were like, hey, that didn't happen originally. And she's like, okay, for one day you get to be a bodyguard, and Cloud takes her home, and her mum's like, yeah, you know what, you are a weird soldier man, so could you just sort of fuck off, please? And Aerith is like, oh, I actually can teleport, so like you can sneak off in the night, but I'm gonna find you. And then Cloud and Aerith have a sort of adorable crane date thing where they solve puzzles and learn how to high five. But then they see, but Tifa is for some reason dressed in like lingerie, and she's on a secret mission because Don Corneo knows information, which means they have to go to Wall Market, and Cloud has to like get in with like the free like middle managers of Cornea, which involves doing an entire tournament and fighting a fucking house. We get Aerith the best dress, because why would you ever not get Aerith the best dress? Cloud does a dance, which is sadly not featured in this. Oh, it is featured. My God, why would they not feature it? Cloud gets the honeybee dance. I'm not entirely sure how the dress thing works because that seemed to happen on stage. But anyway, it means Don Corneo picks the Cloud because Cloud's the best. But don't worry, the girls beat all the other people up, and as does Cloud. Don Corneo is kind of rapey, and I massively uncomfortable with his existence. But like, Reeve is there and is like, I don't like the idea of murdering half our team, the population, and they like go on holiday and they fight one of Don Corneo's pets, and then they fight some fish people who are like, because they have to go to. Turns out they're going to drop a big plate, and so they have to rush back and tell everyone. They have to go through the sewers. The Turks, who are like, FBI, are going to do that, but like they can't because they have to have a ghost adventure first. It turns out the ghost is just like a sad child. Where were we? Yeah, you should look up that scene on the internet. But it turns out the ghosts remind everyone of their childhood, specifically Aerith. For reasons, it's because we need to thematically connect everything. That horse was just originally a normal monster, but they were like, no, this is so fucking cool, that gets to be a boss now. Anyway, all the terrorists are defending the pillar, because if the Turks get their way, the pillar will fucking murder loads of people by just falling on their heads. But like, in canonically, Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse all dying in this scene, but maybe they don't, maybe because you know, we might be able to change fate and stuff. Aerith, unfortunately, is sent to get Marlene, because Marlene is a small child, and one of the FBI agents sort of says, okay, you can take the child, but you have to come to our secret labs. Jesse dies, it's very sad, but Cloud's going to promise not to be a dick anymore. The Team Avalanche climb the pillar. We have to fight really annoying enemies. Ghosts are there, apparently, but like, we have to fight Reno and Rude. There's a toy cat, and he's well sad, and that's totally very damn it all, because yeah, thousands of people died. We did evacuate loads of people, but Wedge might not. He's not dead. They find a secret lab underneath the original place, but like, which wasn't canonically there the first time around. But we want more scenes. We want a Barrett section. Barrett goes and finds Marlene, and Aerith's mum is just like, look, it's fine, but maybe Aerith is better off. They'll take care of her. And they're like, no, Shinra, like, they just dropped a plate on like thousands of people. What are you talking about, Elmira? We have to rescue Aerith. There's a thief girl. She's going to be important later, possibly. And she's like, Avalanche are terrorists, and they're working with Wu-Tai, and now no, that's lies. And anyway, it turns out Don Corneo's head man, he's only there because he's looking for his missing girlfriend, and he's going to betray Don Corneo. But Don Corneo runs away because that's basically what he does best. But he does give them like guns so they can climb up the ruins of Midgar. They do that, and we fight loads of robots and stuff, and it's like a nightmare because we get to see like literally an entire city that got devastated. But we climb up to the plate, and we enter the tower. It's a sort of luxury Midgar tower, which they're doing evil science in, and we learn about like all the executives, including Scarlet there, who literally has a guy in charge of crawling around on the ground and putting her feet up on. There are these strange dudes in cloaks, and we're not sure what's up with them. I do, but because I know the future. Turns out the mayor of the city is just like, yeah, terrorists. I'm sort of like, because the electric company basically runs the city. There is an incredibly sketchy scientist who's incredibly sketchy, who basically catches everyone and puts them on the floor and is like, I'm not going to kill you. I just want you to fight things because of science. And he's basically worse than Don Corneo, and I'm not entirely sure. And there's Genova, and she's what is she? She's a genetics lady who looks like an alien. Turns out Aerith is not human. She's a part of the ancients, an ancient race called the Cetra, who the Shinra think will lead them to the Promised Land, and the Promised Land will be full of Mako energy. So they're like, oh, we should fucking mine the Promised Land. And obviously that's a bad thing. We spend far too long doing science. We fight a cool saw monster, which was originally just a random monster, but it's so fucking weird looking, it has to be a boss. And then we climb upstairs, and turns out Sephiroth is some weird shit to the head of Shinra, and he pulls out his golden gun, but like Sephiroth's like, okay, we don't really need that guy anymore. But it turns out his son has a super cool gun, and he's basically a Nazi. So Cloud and Rufus have a really cool battle. Then we fight a fucking tank, and it's tedious as fuck, and I hate that fight. Then we have a very cool motorbike race, which you can skip because it's actually a bit rubbish. I mean, it's got very cool music, and I like the cutscenes, but the actual gameplay of the bike combat is rubbish, which is, they know, because they put a button that lets you skip it. It's literally, Sephiroth shouldn't even be at this part of the story, but he just sort of turns up. He can fly now. They fly now. Yes, he flies now. And Aerith is like, look, some weird sort of canon stuff is happening. The sort of implication it might be that Sephiroth's from the future and not from the original game. And then we just have like an absurd anime battle with Sephiroth, which sort of like undermines future scenes, because there's a very famous scene where they see us find a Midgazolem, and it's like, did Sephiroth do this? And it's like, dude, you had an anime battle with him, it's fine. And then after the battle, Sephiroth's like, hey, do you want to join me and do vague stuff? We are 7 seconds from the end of creation. And Cloud's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He's now the leader of Shinra, and he's a bit weirded out because nobody else can see the ghosts, because you can only see the ghosts if they touch you. And then we caught up to continuity. We're here. That is happening. I've spoiled the entire of this story for you. That is Final Fantasy VII Remake. It represents about 6 hours of the original game. 5 hours if you slightly faster than me. But yeah, you might want to look up the Cloud. You can even look up on youtube.com/c/Johnstruct. Specifically, Cloud's dance that you have to do. What you might have not seen is Aerith also hit somebody with a folding chair. Yay! They said thank you to all the fans. There we go. Yeah, I love getting the thank yous. I almost ended the stream. I didn't realise I could do one of those John Meander talks. There's very few subjects I could just run, try and explain everything. There we go, completed chapter 18 on hard difficulty. Weapon upgraded. Which weapon upgraded? So before I let you go, we'll start. Since everyone is set up, let's load up an earlier chapter. Is it Deliverance from Chaos? Fucking hell, Deliverance, 6 hour chapter that is. I think the first time I did that, I can't remember what it was. Let's hide this. So this is where Aerith was raised, because they kidnapped her as a child. So she grew up here. Presumably she drew all this.
Are you okay? Maybe you should rest a little longer.
Also, Cloud has weird visions.
My mom and I stayed here years ago. The room looks exactly the same.
Here is a cat.
I don't want you to push yourself. We're all worried.
Every morning, they'd come and take my mom away. I remember crying.
It's just what he's like.
Aerith. Before we...
Okay. But we're here to fight battles.
Aha! There you are!
And he's called Domino because Domino make pizza. That's not a joke. That's why he's called Domino in the original game. Because it's a big pizza. Barrett calls it pizza as well.
Anyway, we gotta get to the roof, right?
Then we can use the same elevator that Hojo did.
That's cat talking.
That elevator. Was it this way?
Yes, his odor still lingers.
We're gonna have a little go at the super fights.
The little ones in the pods. Where did they go?
It stinks in here. Back there.
Now
Yeah. Ooh, improved our revival material. He's a very strong cat.
Nice job. What? Shit!
They'll get to know each other. Here's Chadley. He's a Chad.
Of course, you are welcome to use this top, or would you prefer the portable version?
I've already done those fights.
I will be here if you require anything else. At all times, I am remotely analyzing your combat data and monitoring your progress.
At all times you can come back here and do VR battles. Don't know why you couldn't have just put this in the menu, but like after you've unlocked it and stuff. Right. I'm gonna just show how absurd this fight is. I'm not gonna do this fight, but hang on, because we'll just die immediately. But like, I'm gonna have a quick look at it.
They shall be slashed, strangled, and slaughtered. Beaten, stabbed, and crushed. Garroted and impaled. Shot and executed.
What's the point of executing somebody after all that, Weiss? You've not thought this through.
Let the hunt begin.
See, it turns out the strongest person is the most anime person. So apparently I've just got to learn how to dodge, and then it's fine. He's a piece of piss. Just learn how to dodge twice. Just learn how to dodge, it's fine.
So that's the way it's gonna be, huh?
I don't think I'm being nice.
So it's my turn?
I mean, I'm not putting you in the corner.
I'm here.
And he has a gun.
You've got this. Okay, let's go.
I mean, I probably should be practicing triple dodge.
You're up.
Oh, I did miss that.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Aurora Borealis?
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
Sorry, yeah, I completely missed it. I was concentrating on trying to remember everything. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, just two? I might take care of it. How hard could this be?
It's on you.
I'm coming. Why don't you lead the way?
Deal with that.
I'll take care of them. Tagging out.
Take it over. Keep it together.
I'll show you what I can do.
Hang back. Deal with that.
I'm coming. Can you take over for
My
me?
turn.
Hey!
Big move first.
Take the lead.
I'll take care of them. Why don't you lead the way?
I got this. It's on you.
Here goes.
let's just go.
Can you take over for me? Stay strong, okay?
Just didn't miss that. Leave me alone. I have the sword now.
You're mine. Let's go.
Here's some dudes. We're gonna do all the fights.
Going in.
Stop being in the air, you prick.
Don't overdo it.
I'll show you what I can do. It's your turn.
Take it over.
I'm coming. You can do it.
Let's do this. It's over. That it?
So I didn't bring any magic material with Aerith, which makes her kind of rubbish in this fight. Like, I actually should have bought some with her for the final battle as well. I was just using it for healing, to be honest. And no, she wasn't in the final battle, was she?
So it's my turn?
But she has fucking lasers, so...
You got this.
I got this. Gotcha. Let's do this.
Yeah. I like how Wrestler Bandit is slightly strong, as strong as
Was never in doubt.
like a secret super soldier. More doggos. Hard ones though.
Here goes. Tagging out.
Taking over. Let's finish this.
Stay strong, okay? Oh, I can't believe you.
I'm sorry.
What the? Okay.
Yeah, that was not bad. We'll... Oh, that was 4-5. It's really annoying. To be able to do the hardest fight, the original hardest fight of the game, we have to do this first. And I don't know how much I can be bothered to do now. But, like, we've already done this. This Star 7 is definitely not as hard as the Immaculate one. But it's that, but against bosses. So it's going to take an hour or so. So I'm going to leave it for the time being. And we'll get on with the Yuffie stuff instead. We'll save our game because we're in a convenient place. But I've got tomorrow off work, so I'm not finished with this. Well, I'm going to immediately start another stream. I just need to, you know, I've got my Project 99 thing. So I've not done that game yet. I've got to do this for 2 hours. If we go back to the main menu. after I do that, I'll be playing the side mission, which I can also play on hard mode. That one's a shorter game. I just realised, I think it was like 3 hours long. It took me 10 hours. But yeah, that's kind of quite hard because we're only level 36. But I'm gonna let everyone go. See, I've made it so it doesn't goddamn overlap anymore. Yes, thank you very much for watching. Been the Johnstruct. Been having a Final Fantasy remake adventure. I have finished. I've got some super secret cool extra stuff to do, but finished the game on hard. Beat Sephiroth. I only had one guy left and it was Barrett. He did it on his own. But thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Clonk. Secret extra drum words.